Alright everybody, let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today I have for you another collaboration from Tops and Buck Knives. This is the Buck Knives 0095 BKSTP Tops Buck CSAR-T Tactical Folding Knife with MOLLE compatible sheath. Gotta freaking love the titles that Amazon comes up with. For something like, this is a folding knife, here's the name. No, this is a folding knife, and here is the entire description. Gotta love it. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. This one is a chunker. Comes with an MOLLE right here. The sheath. It's got button clasp right there. I'm not going to try and undo it because it is a pain in the butt to re-snap that in place. Regardless of how big that freaking button is, still can't freaking get this thing to close when it's supposed to. So, and then this is made of plastic, so I wouldn't use that for anything. I would probably have it on my backpack strap like here, and then if I need to get to it, it comes out like that, and you can pull it out of your MOLLE. So, I got to admit, this thing is heavy. Yeah, freaking heavy. I want to say it's around about, close to 9 ounces. This thing is, it's heavy. It's heavy. G10 handle scales. Gotta love it. Sorry, one moment. This is just one of those kind of knives that is, not for the everyday carrier. This thing is just heavy. It's a beast. Here it is, the Tops Buck Knives collaboration, the CSAR-T 095, and it's got this little funny symbol right next to the 095, if you can see that. Right next to USA. And I wonder if that's like the year or something on that. It could be. Pivot is kind of small on this knife. It's operating on what looks to be bronze washers in there. I don't need to show you guys that this thing has liners. You can see it very clearly. And of course it is milled out for a little bit of weight reduction. It's also got the BOS heat treatment right there. And then it is ATS 34. This is 154 cm steel. Pretty adequate in my taste. 154 cm is pretty decent. Still really sharp. It's not razor sharp, but it does have an edge. It's one thing I don't like about Tops or Buck. It's a hit and miss with their sharpness. I don't know what it is. I can't really describe it. One moment through Buck, I'll get a super sharp knife, and then the next moment, it's kind of semi-dull. Like, not fully dull to where it's like butter knife status, but I don't know. And then Tops, I haven't really gotten a hugely sharp Tops, and I've been hearing from people that, oh, my Tops knife is razor sharp, or mine came razor sharp from the factory through Tops. I have a few Tops knives. I really do. And I think the Lion's Toothpick is the current Tops knife that I have. I shouldn't even be telling you this because I'm supposed to be doing a review on it, on all the stuff, without you even really knowing what I have first, beforehand. But whatever. The Lion's Toothpick is actually sharp, but it's probably the sharpest out of all my Tops knives. They're pretty dang dull. So let's go into the, I'm rambling on. Let's go into the stats. Yes, I don't know if I've already mentioned this. Yes, those are G10 liner or G10 handle scales. So, yeah, I knew it was close to 9 ounces. So 8.65 ounces. It's heavy, chunky. If you don't want to carry it in the MOLLE, you got this pocket clip right there. You can drop it in the pocket if you really want to. It's just a little bit wide, obviously. So 17.8 on the handle, and on the blade you are looking at 4.3. So, guess, you know, whatever, it's up to you. And obviously, that is a 3.5 inch blade with an overall 8 1/4 inches altogether. Is it for you? I don't know. I think this is a good backpacker. This is something you'd probably throw in a bug out bag, because this thing is pretty hefty. And if you had to choose whether or not you wanted a simple little folder or one that will literally last you a decent time in the apocalypse, this would probably be that one. And I say that because it's just so chunky and overbuilt, because Tops Knives is known for that, and Buck Knives is known for just, in my opinion, an American classic. So it's good. It fits in the hand. You got jimping here, you got jimping down here, so if you had to reverse your grip for killing zombie wolves, I don't know, you could probably do that. And it's not aggressive here, but it seems more aggressive down here for some weird reason. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's because it's on the blade and this is on the handle. I don't know. Oh, and here's a little bit of an interesting fact. See that lanyard hole? Now you can use it as a hex thing. Isn't that interesting? So here you got a regular lanyard hole. Here, not so regular. So that's kind of interesting right there. You can use that as a tool. And yes, you can switch from right to left pocket carry if you want to. It's tapped for that. But it is only tapped for tip-up carry. So unfortunately, you know. And of course, the price tag on this is $149.97 on Amazon. There's also one other variation where it has kind of like a weird hook thing at the end right here. Instead of this, it's got like this weird... It almost looks like a gut hook to me. Or a seatbelt cutter, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really look at it. You can give that a look-see if you're interested. I'm going to test the sharpness of this in two different ways. I want you guys to see what I mean by the hit and miss with the sharpness on these knives from the knife companies. So, take out my piece of paper, and hopefully it'll cut this time. When I was recording it last time, it wasn't doing it. So it's not a bad tip, or it's not a bad edge, but it's not a great edge either. So with that being said, if it's not really, really precise with cutting paper, which is a little hardly, you know, that kind of thing, I'm going to bust out. Here's a broken rubber band. And here's some string. Just typical string. This is like some sort of wax string. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how sharp this thing is. So it's an adequate sharpness. It's not, you know, razor sharp. I had to really, really pull on that in order for it to cut. So, I don't know. Maybe next time, if I have some spare zip ties, I'll start cutting some zip ties for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about with this thing. Not a bad knife. In my opinion, I don't think it's a bad knife. It's not a knife that I would suggest carrying every day, but if you're into big, chunky, heavy knives that look small, then hey, this might be the knife for you. Either way, that's my review on the Tops Buck collaboration CSAR-T. Whatever. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for the support.